Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and this is your outlook for June 4th, 2014. And we're going to have a very nice day. It's going to be an in-between day between today and the next system here. Not expecting anything in the way of showers and thunderstorms today, and it should be a very nice day. Mostly sunny across most of our area here, and temperatures in the lower 80s. So staying above normal temperatures for this time of year. Normal temperature highs for this time of year usually running in the mid to upper 70s, depending where you are from north to south. So low 80s is definitely above normal for this time of year. We're going to be watching a system moving in for the late overnight hours. This will be well after midnight, and then Thursday morning this we would get here. This is the same system that was affecting the Central Plain states, anywhere from Nebraska over to like Des Moines, Iowa area, with some very heavy thunderstorms that produced some widespread severe weather with very large hail and tornadoes, very strong wind gusts as well. This mesoscale system, which is basically a thunderstorm complex, is going to move eastward. Now, it's not going to be the same system that it was out in the plains by the time it gets here. In fact, the Storm Prediction Center, which I'll show you in a minute, doesn't even have a slight risk in this area because of the timing it's coming in. We're talking about this system coming in very late at night on Wednesday night, actually in the wee hours of the morning, Thursday morning, and then continuing into most of the morning on Thursday morning. So instability is not the best. It's not something you normally would get for severe weather. Thunderstorms that would come later in the day that would produce severe weather because you have that time for the heating of the day to occur, convective temperatures to be reached, and that kind of thing. So this is not going to be the case. Different system. Still think you can get thunderstorms out of this, though, because you have a very dynamic system. It'll create its own lift with some convergence of the surface. And, we definitely get thunderstorms out of this. So I don't want to give you the wrong idea. This is not just going to be a heavy rain producer, but heavy rain will be the biggest threat. And here's the wee hours of the morning, looking at Wednesday night, overnight. And then by the time we get to Thursday morning, this is 8 a.m. Thursday, some very heavy rainfall falling from south central PA over to eastern PA. And that will continue on eastward at that point, and head to New Jersey after that. So this is looking at 10 a.m. on Thursday. Still some very heavy rain here from extreme eastern PA to New Jersey here with this system, and some thunderstorms as well. Again, we're not talking about severe weather on a grand scale here. I'm really not impressed with severe weather at all. I think your biggest threat is going to be the flash flooding concern, because you're talking about a lot of rain falling within a 6 to 9 hour period. Anywhere from 1 to 2 inches can fall, and some locally higher amounts than that even, with this system moving through. So very heavy rainfall. Still going to be thunder and lightning with this system. Here's the Storm Prediction Center's outlook, and you see it's concentrated on Wednesday over basically the Ohio Valley here. So this normally we would expect this to continue on the eastward path here, but again, coming at a bad time. The storm system itself is losing some of the mesoscale features as it traverses a warm front, and that's what this low pressure is going to do. May basically move along a warm front here, and that's why it's taking this path here like this. This is where your warm front is, that is moving right along. Warm front is sitting right like this, and it's moving right along that boundary. So that's where your low pressure is moving. And wherever that boundary sets up is just the north of there is where you would have your best chance for maybe some rotating cells and things like that. I wouldn't be not surprised if you see a brief funnel or something like that. That would not be out of the question, but this is really not an ideal setup that we're looking for here. Then we'll look at one of the soundings for one of our locations in eastern Pennsylvania. I think this is out of Allentown, actually, and you can see just some very heavy rainfall. Not a lot of instability in this column, hardly any at all, actually. And your temperature dew point are pretty much, it's saturated all the way through the column here. So you're talking about some very heavy rainfall. And the temperature actually is the same until you go all the way up to about 6,000 feet in the atmosphere. So that tells me that if you do have any lightning and thunder associated with it, these are going to be the kind they're going to wake you up in the middle of the night. Thunder, the kind that shakes the house. Very loud, very noticeable thunder, but I don't think it's going to be a frequent thunder here. But if it does, you do get lightning and thunder, you could be very loud. Our shear is very, very good, but this is low-level shear, so I'm not expecting this to really help us too much. And again, we have winds at the surface here that are showing me that they're coming from different directions. You might have some rotation involved in this anywhere along that warm front, but not really expecting anything in the way of severe weather, and if it is, it's going to be very isolated. So looking at another perspective here from one of the global models here, And here's this system that we're talking about coming through on Thursday. It moves through Thursday morning with very heavy rainfall over eastern PA, New Jersey, like we just showed you, and then that moves off pretty quickly, and it's over Long Island by the afternoon. So one thing we're going to have to say about this system is going to be in and out very quickly, and Thursday you're going to have dramatically improving conditions the rest of the day. All right, let's move on beyond this one because we have a fantastic weekend coming up. The Friday through Sunday time frame is going to be kind of mirroring last week. Last weekend we had that low humidity and beautiful conditions all weekend. I think you're heading that same direction this weekend. Perfect weekend for this. Anybody going to race up in Pocono, anywhere from qualifying all the way to the end of the race. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. Not a chance of rain. And we're talking about the same, basically spitting image of last weekend, and you just maybe nudge up the temperatures a degree or two. But other than that, temperatures in the 80s in here, and very low humidity, and very nice day all around for both days, Saturday and Sunday. Eventually, we'll get to Sunday night and Monday. Here's Sunday night. I think a front will come through on the overnight hours Sunday night, and then Monday will be one of those days. Might start off with some clouds. The morning will break for sun as high pressure moves back in once again. I'm Eastern PA Weather 30 meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and that is your outlook for June 4th, 2014. Have a great Wednesday.